Okay, here's number 12. You have a bunch of parentheses. It says solve. Solving means you get the letter by itself, the letter equal to a number. That's my answer when I get there. Anything else is not the answer. And we cannot have parentheses. So the first thing to do is I'm going to distribute this 4 to the parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. The negative 3a is not distributed. Then I go 4 times these. 4 times a negative 8, negative 32a, and 4 times a negative 1 is a negative 4. Greater than 7 times the parentheses, so I'm going to distribute negative 7 times 7, negative 49, okay, that's not going to work. 49a, and then negative 7 times negative 3, plus 21, plus 3. So the first thing you do is you take and distribute, get rid of all of the parentheses. Now, what's next? Always, whenever you get rid of parentheses, look for like terms that you can put together. Like terms never cross the equal sign or the inequality sign. They're always on one side or the other. On this side, what can I put together? Negative 32a and negative 3a. What's a negative 3 and a negative 32? Negative 35a minus 4. Can't combine the 4 with 8. On the other side, what can I combine? The 21 and 3. So I have a negative 49a plus 24. Okay? Now what? Letters on the left side, numbers on the right side. So I got a letter over here I don't want. I want it to go over there. So I add 49a to both sides. They cancel. The a's are over here, so what don't I not want here? The 4. Negative 4 is a plus 4. They cancel. So I now have 49 minus 35 is 14a. Is greater than 24 and 4 is 28. And now I divide by 14. And I get that a is greater than 2. Now, did they ask me to graph this?
Yes.
Okay, so there's my algebra answer, and now I need to graph it. And all I do is, this is 0. What's my boundary?
2.
Boundary is 2. Mark 2. Put a circle above it. Is the circle filled in? No. And which way does the line go?
Right.
So the arrow goes to the right. Goes to the right. There's my graph. Now, what have I done all here? This is nothing but an algebra problem. This is nothing but an equal. If this was an equal sign, I would do it exactly the same and come to here, except it would say a equals 2 rather than a is greater than 2. And we wouldn't have to graph it. Since it's an equality, we graph it also, we should slide up and do the graph. Question on that? Okay? Okay, here you go. Okay, here we go. This is number, right, we gotta do this. Number 15. We have to solve and graph. Now, to solve this, we always have to do them algebraically before we graph them. We can't graph this. We're going to change the form, solve it algebraically, get a letter by itself, then the graphing becomes easy. So what do I do to get this by itself, to get the letter by itself? I work the inside only. There's where the x is, I get that x by itself. So I subtract 3, so they cancel, which means I have to subtract 3 from that side and from this side. So I now have 16 less than 8x less than or equal to 64. Again, all I do is start the inside here tells me what to do. I don't care about the outside. What do I have to do here? Divide by 8 because I want to get the x by itself. So I divide this by 8, and whatever I do here, I have to do to every side. So I have to divide this by 8, and I have to divide this by 8. When I do that, I get 2 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 8. When I get the x by itself, or whatever letter we have by itself in the middle, now this is my algebra answer. That's as far as I can go algebraically. Now I can graph it. And graphing these are really simple. When you graph line, what are your boundaries? 2 and 8. Well, 2 goes here, 8 goes farther to the right, so it's there. What do I put in 2 and 8?
A circle on top.
Circles in each.
The 8's filled in.
Are any of the circles filled in?
8.
8 has an equal sign, so it's filled in. And where does my line always go? Where is x? It's in the middle. It's between them, right? So the line goes between them. And there's my graph.
So we don't make the line go like that and then like that?
No, you don't need to make, when you have this, all you need to do, there's your endpoints, the line goes between, you fill in the ones and you're done. When you have them like this, they're the easiest ones to graph. I don't do anything. I just do that. I'm done. The other ones that have an and in them, you have to do all the lines. Because you can't do that because you don't know where it's at. It's not written this way. Question on this? Number 3 is here. What do you have to do? You have to get the letter by itself. So I have to get rid of the 8, which is the denominator. So I multiply through by the common denominator. 8, 8. The 8's cancel. I end up with n equal to or greater than a negative 40. There's my algebra answer. And I graph it.
I meant to say number 4.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Negative 40. Negative is on this side, so there's negative 40. Circle, filled in?
Yes.
Yes, and the line runs which way?
Right.
To the right. And there's your graph.
I got that one right.
23.
23.
Leave a meter. It's like that.
23 is 4 is the same thing. Modify it.
I didn't think 24.
She meant 4.
I meant 4.
I said 4 is the same thing as 3. You modify through by the common denominator.
I say 7.
Which one you got? 23? I got a problem.
That's my face.
Who's got? No, I don't have the back sheet. You must get one, the absolute value by itself first. The first thing to do is get the absolute value by itself. So what do I have to get rid of? Pretend this is, the whole thing here is an x. What do you have to get rid of first? You're going to get rid of the 4 first, before the 10, right? Because you're adding 4, and this is 10 times, right? So if this was 10x plus 4, you'd get rid of the 4, and then you would get rid of the 10. And that's exactly what you have to do here. So first you get rid of the 4 by subtracting 4. They cancel. So I now have 10 absolute value equal to or greater than 70. Then I get rid of the 10 by dividing, because it's 10 times this. So I divide by 10, both sides. The 10's cancel. And now I have the absolute value of 8 plus 5a equal to or greater than 7. So if you have numbers on the side with the absolute value, you must get rid of them first. You get rid of the plus and minus first. You get rid of the number in front, the division second, just like always. Now I have an absolute value alone, right? You must have the absolute value by itself. Once it's by itself, what do we do? You split it in half and do 2 equations. What's my first equation? Exactly like this without the absolute value signs. So it's 8 plus 5a equal to or greater than 7. Now you must have 2 equations every time you have an absolute value. What's my second equation? The left side stays the same. Nothing changes. It's 8 plus 5a. The left side does not change. And there's no absolute value sign. What do I do with the arrow? Switch it around. On the second one, turn the arrow, point it the other way, so it's less than or equal to. And whatever number's here, you change the sign. This is a plus 7, so this has to be a negative 7. And now you solve each one. Just solve it. What do I get rid of? The 8 minus 8 minus 8. So I get 5a equal to or greater than negative 1. Divide by 5. And a is equal to or greater than negative 1/5. Other side, do it again. Negative 8, cancel. 5a equal to or less than a negative 15. Divide by 5. A is equal to or less than negative 3. Is it an and or an or? How do you know? If it's a greater than, it's an or. If it's a less than, it's an and. Less than is and. Greater than is or. This is greater than, so this is an or. And now I need to graph it. Alright, how do I graph A is greater than 1/5, negative 1/5? Well, negative 1/5 is to the left, right? And it's nice and close. So it's there. There's a circle. Is the circle filled in?
Yes.
Yes? And which way does the line go? To the right. This one, where's my boundary? Negative 3, which is over here. Circle. Filled in. Line goes to the left. What's my answer? The whole graph. Remember, if it's an or, anything that has one line over is an answer. All of this is an answer, and everything from here that way is an answer.
Take the test, you want us to circle?
It always makes it nice for me if you circle stuff. And of course, if you don't want to circle, you don't have to. I'll just mark it wrong so you'll find your answer. Question on this?